We all fall victim into believing things that aren't true, but over time, once we learn those things aren't true, we change our minds and we change our opinions for the better. But this is the opposite of the sovereign citizen who will constantly believe the BS even when they are repeatedly told and shown that the BS is false. That's the first video, as a judge is going to smack down a sovereign citizen, and it's pretty entertaining. The second video is another judge beatdown. We have 2 fatalities today, but this isn't a sovereign citizen. This is a normal citizen who wants to conduct business in a place that has been deemed illegal. So instead of me talking about it, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's go.
Magistrate, Mr. Myrick declined counsel.
Okay.
I'll just have him acknowledge on the record, and then I'll let you take it from there.
We've got Mr. Myrick coming back. We'll close the room.
I get the impression that he may be filing a special appearance on behalf of a sovereign citizen.
So if you're a judge and you are told that you are about to confront a sovereign citizen, do you think to yourself, oh God, no, why? Or do you think to yourself, this is going to be fun? Let me know in the comments.
You have the right to decline counsel. You also have the right to change your mind. If you do, just notify the court.
Yes, sir.
You've been charged in this citation that was issued on the 22nd day of January at about 5:58 in the morning with driving in the city of Berkeley on Henley near Franklin Street while your license to do so was suspended. Driving on a suspended license is a crime for which you could be incarcerated up to 93 days and or fined $500. You have a right to a trial. Trial can be before a judge or a jury. You can act as your own attorney, or you can be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. You'd have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to testify yourself or not to testify. In the event that you choose not to testify, your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
No, sir. I don't even understand the charges here.
Okay, no, you definitely understand. You absolutely understand what it means to be driving while license is suspended. You do understand that. You understand it enough to read a sovereign citizen script and repeat it verbatim at court. I mean, shit, man. The next thing this guy's going to do is he's going to be saying that he's traveling instead of driving, and he's going to be saying, is this common law or admiralty?
The charge is driving a car on the streets of the city of Berkeley while you're not licensed. You're suspended. That's the allegation.
Well, I totally understand, and I would love to plead, Your Honor. But before I have some questions on the record before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
The nature of the cause brought against you is a criminal charge.
Okay.
Alleging that you were operating a motor vehicle on the streets of the city of Berkeley while your driver's license was suspended by the Michigan Secretary of State. That is the nature of the charges brought against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, are you saying that these are criminal charges?
Okay, like 5 seconds ago.
Is a criminal charge. Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor. Further, that brings a little bit more confusion for me because under the Constitution, there are 2 criminal jurisdictions. One is under the common law, and the other one is under admiralty.
I called it, bro. I told you.
And that's a military tribunal venue. And under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17. Which one of these criminal jurisdictions am I being brought on charges under?
Mr. Myrick, your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days. Now, this isn't complicated. If you want to come up with words that don't make sense, keep talking. But the bottom line is that there's no correlation with what's going on here and admiralty law whatsoever. And the
Well,
common law is a civil concept. We have statutes in the state of Michigan, as do all 50 of the states. The federal courts have statutes, and common law is a civil thing. There's no common law crimes.
exactly. So you've ruled out the common law, Your Honor. So the other criminal jurisdiction that I can be brought in charges under is under admiralty, and that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Your Honor, you
need
said
a
that
lawyer.
I'm under a criminal. This is a criminal charge, correct?
Yeah.
So which of the two criminal jurisdictions?
You haven't heard
are
what
you
I've said,
thinking of?
sir. This is not a matter of having the two choices that you have spoken to.
Wow.
Wow. I think the judge just blew his tiny mind.
Wow.
You are misreading the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes that are brought against you here. There's
Cool.
nothing to do with admiralty. You weren't in a boat.
Well, Your Honor, you two have a sworn oath of office, correct?
He has a sworn oath and he's trying to uphold it by educating asshats like you, but you are making it really hard. Where did they find this sov sit? This guy has the intelligence of a doormat.
I am sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes related thereto. And that means that I'm not going to.
So you do have a Sixth Amendment obligation to inform me of what jurisdiction.
And I think I
that you are
have done
bringing.
that. I have told you that the people of the city of Berkeley have brought charges against you.
Well, Your Honor, the people is not a person. If I'm being brought up under criminal charges, there needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here?
Well, this
Maybe
is,
you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that into this record too. Or maybe you'd like to deal with the probate code. But the reality, sir, is that you've been charged with a city ordinance violation. It's clear what the ordinance says. It's clear what you've been charged with. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you have a right to a trial. We're going to set this for a pre-trial before the trial. You'll be notified by mail. Do you still live on Mendota?
I do, but I have
What
not.
is your phone number?
I've not issued a plea, Your Honor.
I have entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
I object.
What is your phone number,
You cannot
sir?
enter a plea. I do not. I have not
Oh, yeah,
entered a plea.
I just did.
Your Honor.
What is your phone number?
There is no plea that you can enter in because I didn't voluntarily enter in the plea, Your Honor. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
You want me to enter a plea of
jurisdiction
guilty?
under the two jurisdictions that I'm
There's
being
not
charged
two
under?
jurisdictions. I
There's
don't
only
know how
two
you've been misled
jurisdictions that
to
I can be
believe
charged
that
under
there
under
are.
the
No,
Constitution,
that's
Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick. That's what your conclusion that there's only two jurisdictions here is absolutely without merit.
Your Honor, you said that this
law.
is a criminal charge. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
I'm asking you what your phone number is. Let's get down to basics here. You're making this very hard on yourself.
Your Honor, I
What's
have
your
the
phone
right
number?
to assert my right, Your Honor. And
What
I am
is your
asking
phone
you,
number?
Your Honor?
What is your
What-
phone number?
My phone number, Your Honor, is
Yes, I'd like to know it.
Your Honor. We haven't even established what jurisdiction we're in.
I have established that. I told you it's the people of the city of Berkeley have brought the charges against you.
Your
You've
Honor,
said that three times now.
you stated on the record that these were criminal charges, Your Honor. I need to have
Correct.
an understanding. By the Constitution, Your Honor, there are only two
Where
criminal
does the
charges. that I can be
Constitution say
brought
you
under.
have to have an understanding?
Say again, Your Honor.
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
By the Sixth Amendment, Your Honor. The
Sixth Amendment says you have to
the right
understand. The Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable.
But, Your Honor, I have the right to understand what jurisdiction that I'm being brought under, and you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Which I have done about
by
17
the
times.
Constitution, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
Your Honor, you have not given me a jurisdiction, Your Honor.
I've given you a jurisdiction 4 times. I'm not going to waste any more time.
Oh, this guy was painful to watch. It's pretty clear that facts and logic just don't apply at all in this situation. And if he talks that way to the judge, can you imagine how he would treat his girlfriend? Just kidding. We know he's never had one. Now we move on to another courtroom where a business moron's entire legal defense rests around, but that's not fair. Let's get to it.
Judge, Mr. Garrett and Mr. Schick are out of the breakout.
All right. Mr. Garrett, did you go away?
I'm right here.
Good morning. I understand you do not want the benefit of an attorney today?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Schick, where are we at on Mr. Garrett's stack of files?
He's running a business out of a residential home in a residential district that's zoned that way. He does not have a certificate of occupancy, and he also is keeping dumpsters in, which is part of his business in the residence.
All right. So you haven't worked anything out is what I'm hearing.
That is correct.
Okay. So Mr. Garrett, what's your pleasure? You want to set these misdemeanors for trial and the civil infractions for formal hearings?
Yes.
All right. The misdemeanors, because they're misdemeanors, give you the option of a jury trial or a bench trial. Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Jury trial?
You're going to do this without an attorney?
Yes. It's pretty
You're
much
gonna
black
represent
and white.
yourself.
Yes.
Is it just me or am I getting like meth head vibes from this guy? I mean, look at his eyes. Like the whole video, they are like bugging out.
On ordinance violations.
On all of them, yes.
Okay.
The court-appointed attorney that I was given, he didn't get me any information or wouldn't even answer my phone calls, so I just figured I could do it myself.
Okay. Let me just tell you something. I'm going to be very, very blunt. I've been on the bench for 21 years. I've never had a jury trial on an ordinance violation like this. If you do a jury trial on your own and you lose, I will probably put you in jail.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay.
Your Honor, we also would like to address bond conditions on this.
Your address on, yes, Mr. Kaplan, give me a minute. Your address on Whitehorn is correct, 8978?
Yes.
October 28th. 8:30 is your trial date.
Okay.
Mr. Kaplan, go ahead.
Was it October 28th, you said?
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, Your Honor, with regards to what Mr. Schick has said, he is operating these businesses through all hours of the night. It's trash hauling, dumpsters. He's advertising with his listed residential property that doesn't have a business license or C of O as the place of business. So for bond conditions on this, because I'm sure I'm going to have to file a show cause probably today, we would request that you order him not to have any business in any place in the city of Romulus without a business license. And just with the acknowledgement that if he's found to be violating this, we will be filing show cause motions.
Mr. Garrett, any response to that?
Yeah, well, I don't conduct business out of my home, ever. Not one time have I conducted business out of my home. Just because I have an address, my address is my business address. Only thing that's connected to my business. It's a dumpster rental company. The customers don't rent the dumpsters at my house. I take them to them. And
Where are you storing the dumpsters, Mr. Garrett?
what was that?
Where are you storing the dumpsters?
Where do you store the dumpsters before somebody rents them?
Well, before I got the no C of O and all these other tickets. They rent out so easily that you'll take them from one location and take them right to another location. I've never once
So
rented a
you're not-
dumpster in my at my home, and when I clean out the foreclosures for the banks, I can't remotely clean them from my house. I have to go to the location to do it. So they're wrong about running a business out of my home. I might work on some equipment there, like my trucks or something, especially through the pandemic, because there was a stay-at-home.
That's part of your business, Mr. Garrett. That's part of your business.
Yeah, but if they're personal vehicles I use sometimes for my
If I'm a
business.
trucking company and my job is I haul freight down the road, but I work on my semis in my driveway, that's part of my business. Do you understand that?
Now we're going to back up a couple seconds here and watch this. The guy in the top left corner, I guess that'd be that way, he actually is showing a photo of the other dude's house with his work trailer there. And what does the bug-eyed Jesse Pinkman do? He shows some random unreadable paperwork to the camera. Yeah, sick burn, bro.
And my job is I haul freight down the road, but I work on my semis in my driveway. That's part of my business. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So are you telling me you've never had dumpsters or dump trunks at the Whitehorn address?
Business related? No, sir. They would have to be.
I've never had anybody that has a dumpster at their house for pleasure.
Got him!
Hey, well, just because you have them doesn't mean they don't exist. And I've also been, if you look.
All right,
now,
let's be clear then, Mr. Garrett, because I don't like your smart ass attitude. If there's a dumpster or a dump truck on that Whitehorn address while you're on bond, that's a violation.
They're not dumpsters though. They're not, I don't have a dumpster. I don't even have one dumpster here. Utility trailers with sides on them. I built them personally.
Then I'll order no utility trailers there.
Your Honor, I apologize.
Changing ordinances.
Your Honor, I apologize. Mr. Schick's waving a photo right now of the dumpsters on his personal property. Those look like business dumpsters to me, Your Honor. With a company that has no business license.
Mr. Garrett, hold on, Mr. Kaplan. Mr. Garrett, you interrupt anybody else when they're talking, I'll hold you in contempt today and you won't have to worry about a bond. Is that clear?
It's kind of funny because this guy's job revolves around taking out trash, and now he's the trash that's about to get taken out.
I've heard enough. Mr. Garrett, listen to me. You're digging yourself a hole, brother. You're digging yourself a hole. What you need to do, if you're going to be in business, what you need to do is go out and hire an attorney that can advise you on business matters. One of those things that attorney is going to advise you is you can't do this kind of stuff out of a residential neighborhood. Sit down with the city, find out what you have to do to be in compliance. There's property in the city of Romulus where you could do all this out of and probably even afford it. But who's going to run your business if I put your butt in jail? Don't get your back up, dude. There's a right way and a wrong way to run a business, and you're not doing it the right way if you're trying to do it out of that address in Whitehorn. And from your mouth, you're running it there. You're working on your trucks there. That's part of your business.
Well,
You tell me what you want to do. You want to try to comply with the city of Romulus, or you want to fight this?
RHI been complying with the city of Romulus for a long time now. The
All right,
police
here's
won't
what we're
answer
gonna
my
do.
phone. I got Mr. Kaplan saying that he's gonna take my house from me in the breakout room last court date.
Well, look, on the bright side, if the court does take your house, at least you have a dumpster that you can live in.
I'm
Okay.
getting, there's no way. I'm not doing anything
Are-
on it, you know?
Are you clear that your bond condition is you don't have anything on that address other than passenger vehicles? No RVs,
Isn't the
no horse
ordinance,
trailers?
the ordinance though is 2 trailers, right, per lot?
I'm not talking ordinance, I'm talking my bond by bond conditions.
Your Honor, he has multiple trailers.
I didn't ask you anything, Mr. Schick.
Sorry.
Mr. Garrett, do you understand what I had just said? Nothing but passenger vehicles.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't see how that's right. There's a right and a wrong way to do things.
Then you can appeal me.
All right. Well,
If I lived in your neighborhood and what it sounds like is going on, I'd be real upset. I don't think that's fair to the residents.
well, it's not also fair to me that they're threatening to kill my dogs and calling the police on me about my dogs being at large, which I know they haven't been.
1,000,000% this guy's dogs are at large.
Then you need to go to the police and make reports about threats. That's not in front of me today. What's in front of me is what apparently is a business being run on Whitehorn.
Which is
So to
not
make
true.
sure that stops today, I'm ordering you nothing at that address other than residential passenger vehicles. No commercial vehicles, no horse trailers, no utility trailers. Clear?
I don't see how that's right though, sir.
I'm not asking you if you agree, I'm asking if you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, that is enough brain-breaking stupidity for one day. That was a lot to react to. Just I can't believe there's actually people like that out in the world. But of course there are, and I am here to react to them and to show you guys some stuff too. To all the people that have watched, this channel has been a huge success. I have to say thank you. I could not have done this without each and every single one of you who have engaged with the channel. All the likes, the subscribes, the comments, all the beautiful stuff. Thank you guys so much. Pretty soon, if the channel keeps going like this, I'll be able to possibly roll out extra content for members only, or super chats, or highlighted comments, or something like that. So let's keep this thing going strong, guys. Yeah. So besides that, I will be with you next week with another amazing video. And yeah, court is now adjourned.